Feel the wrath of Wraith.
Only shooting stars break the
Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I'm playing with Margot on the case, who's actually Wraith Vicious Vigilante from Spider-Man. Wraith steals the various tools of villains and then uses them for her own gains. In this case, Mr. Fear's Fear Gas to make herself unblockable, striking twice, which means that she's the perfect commander to hold lots of auras and equipment. This is a Voltron deck, meaning that we are going to try to build up our creature and make it impossible to deal with, dealing tons of unblockable damage, getting on-hit triggers that maybe gain us some life, draw some cards, put cards in exile, allow us to get some spells for free. There's all sorts of things that Margot can get when you hit twice and can't be blocked. And because she's got double strike, she's also great to give vigilance to, using Sentinel's Eyes. And you can protect her not just with these auras and with these equipments, but also with cards like Mother of Runes and, of course, Brother of Runes. This deck, you're going to notice the curve is really low, and sometimes you're not even using Margot as your thing to hold the auras because there's a couple other good cards that you can stack your auras and equipments onto to deal lethal damage. Whether those are Geist of St. Traft, or maybe you're just trying to get additional triggers off your equipment with Cloud, who also very nicely will tutor for the best equipment in any situation, just like you, Stormforged Mystic. We have a lot of really cool cards and some cool synergy in this deck. Because this deck isn't purely auras and purely equipments, you're going to notice that there's not a lot of the pure aura payoffs or pure equipment payoffs in this deck. Instead, there's a bunch of protective spells, including counter spells. Because the one thing that Margot can't do is, stop your opponent from otherwise winning the game. So you can try to win first and try to stop them from doing that. So let's take Margot into the queue and see if we can get her wearing a whole bunch of pants. Egrix, the Bile Bulwark. That's Gwenom! She's kind of like Bolus's Citadel on a life-linking, death-touching creature. All she has to do is attack, and then until the end of your turn, you have that Bolus's Citadel text, where you can play lands and cast spells off the top of your deck, but you do have to pay life instead of mana. They just hit my hand and got rid of my removal. Or not my removal, my protection. They didn't get rid of my mana drain, but they know about it, so they will play around it. Oh, here it is. So they went from a Thoughtseize to an Inquisition, taking out the mana drain so I don't do anything untoward. Oh, that's nice. I'll play Mother of Runes. I could have waited a turn so I could also protect her, but I really want to bring out protection for my commander so I can actually play her and not have to worry about her dying. She is a 1/1. She's a 3-mana 1/1. And while her abilities are good, with all of my auras for the most part removed, she's a lot worse. We'll grab that Surveil. And I do not need another land. Let's throw that away. Cool. I'll play one of the lands they already know about. And here's Margot. Definitely not attacking because I need Mother of Runes to protect me dearly. Oh, please let me survive this. I ended up getting another land anyway. What's a girl to do? Oh, it's more protection. I'll play Pippin. And I'll start flipping in with a little bit of damage. 2 damage ain't nothing. And it's not like I'm going to be blocking with everything against Egrix anyway. So now I have Mother of Runes and who I like to call Brother of Runes. This is Pippin, able to protect another creature while Mother of Runes can protect itself. I will block with Pippin. And give protection from black. This way, no damage is dealt, no life is gained. But they still do get Gwenom's ability. And they're casting... Wow, that's just 3 life to do nothing, to move that off the top of their deck. They have 17 life left to work with. Okay. 18 life. This Reckoner Raid gains them 1 back. I wonder if they have like a mono black storm thing going on with all these 1-drops. No, that's a Shouldred though. Sheesh. That's pretty scary. I need something to put on Margot, but they got rid of a lot of my cool stuff. Actually, they just got rid of my protection. There's a thing to put on Margot. Perfect. I could also, like, consider animating Restless Anchorage, but I'm just gonna go with all that glitters. 4 damage now. I could possibly use this Fey Flight since I have these two as well. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Fey Flight. I have Mother and Brother here to protect me. And since their deck is mono black, I don't have to worry about knocking my own auras off by accident. I've taken them down to 10, but with the Shouldred and the Egrix, they could get a lot done. This time I'm going to block with Mother of Runes and protect it first with Pippin. Since Pippin, again, he can't use his ability on himself, Mother of Runes can. And we're going to name creature. Actually, do you have to target yourself? Ooh, okay, that's cute. Yeah, because this is type-based. What if they had done something in response before that ability finished? I'd be able to use it. Okay, Liliana of the Veil.
Those who get in my way
Are you going to make me sacrifice a creature? They are. Ooh, who do I go with? I'm like just short of lethal on that. I know. I'm Pippin for real right now. Just keeping to protect the Margot. Oh, there goes that, and they'll steal a card. Yeah, she can't protect herself, though. Ooh, fetching. Seems dangerous. What you got? A Swords to Plowshares. Alright, I'm going to animate my Restless Anchorage. And swing in for 8 unblockable, and 2 more in the air. I have the ability to protect them, and it looks like that's going to finish them off. GG. Shadowheart, Sharon, Cleric. I can't actually see what their second color chosen is. I'm going to guess it's white. Or did they not choose a second color at all? Oh, crazy. So, no, it's red. Usually it shows over here. So red is actually really cool. This is similar to the Rowan deck, where you're going to try to lose as much damage as you can to reflect that damage onto your opponent, oftentimes giving Shadowheart lifelink so you immediately gain that life back. It is a very funny deck that's all about hitting yourself to hurt your opponent. I respect it. They won't be able to flip over Shadowheart until a player has 13 or less life, which they can do by either harming me or harming themselves. Yeah, this Shadowheart is so cool. I'm going to put her back on top of the deck so they can't boot her up this turn. And Phyrexian Reclamation. Ooh, that does let you play life repeatedly, by the way, to return the same card from your graveyard to hand. Like, you don't have to let it complete. As long as you have 2 mana, you can keep doing it. I'm trying to decide if I want to play Margot without protecting her at all. I will. There she is. She might die. It's fine. Here's Shadowheart. They're going to spend a mana to give her hexproof. No, they're going to spend a mana to kill my commander. Yeah, even the Sentinel's Eyes wouldn't have stopped that, nor would Sword of Feast and Famine. Wouldn't have made it big enough. So they hit themselves to hit me. And I'll play a Nettle Cyst. And I will give the Nettle Cyst special eyes. What do your special eyes see? No, they see a Shouldred. That is a pair of black creatures here. So I'm going to take advantage of that Vigilance and play Sword of Feast and Famine to grow my Germ and swing in, forcing them to discard. And I untap my lands. My brand! I could play Margot again. Let's go! Yes, this is such a good sword. All the swords in my deck, by the way, do not give protection from white or blue.
Enough with the mysteries. I've come.
Do I want to stop them from attacking and load up Margot next turn? Yeah. I don't care about my germ. I can play this again from the graveyard. It has escape. They didn't discard a creature, so they can't get that back. So I'll take 6. And now they are approaching activation. They flip Shadowheart over, right? Oh, they don't have a card to discard. Right, you need to be able to discard a card for it. Specifically, a card of the color you're specializing into or a land that shares that type. All right, Margot, what do your specialized see? Actually, let's go with just the sword. Sword of Feast and Beasts. Yeah, we'll do it all because we get the untap. And that is 14 damage on their face. I got rewarded for playing her. Yeah, sometimes you just get edicted. Oh yeah, I guess I'll use this up and kill you with Hexproof. I mean, killing Shouldered is never a bad idea. You can pay to bring her back. Not that you have a lot of life to work with. Could have played that first. Busting makes me feel good. Big Margot. Supposed to kill Shelly in their upkeep. Make it hurt more. They specialize into black, which gives her lifelink. I'll discard my Aganjo. Hi, I have protection from you, so you can't attack in. Okay, well, you can attack in, but you shouldn't. And we win! It doesn't really matter unless they had a way to get rid of this. And we were protected from everything but an edict. GG. Matoya, Archon, Elder. Whenever they scry or surveil, they'll draw a card. And they're probably going to be chock full of counter spells and other various things that scry and surveil. I'm going to play Mother. Word to your mother. That is the flavor text on Mother of Goons, which was from an unset. Thoughtbound Phantasm. Whenever they surveil, it gets counters. Neat! I guess I could just play a sword. Swords are cool. I could have gone with the fetch land there. You can't attack. I can't attack. We're all good here. They sure can counter things, though. Good news is that didn't get stifled. I'm going to go for maximum fixing and play Margot / Wraith. Mana Drain? Make disappear. Okay. Yeah, in a deck like this, they're going to be running a lot of different counter spells, including the newly added Mana Leak. I have been told Matoya is Tola's mentor, right? Alright, so I failed to Voltron Margot, but I can Voltron Mother of Runes. Hey, why'd you leave that there? When I have ward and protection. Margot again? Wow, she resolved! Yes, Mother of Runes can protect herself. It's a protection from any color. Can't hit colorless. But can't protect the Sheltered by Ghost if they choose to, I don't know, like bounce Sheltered by Ghost into my hand, which is what they're doing. Welcome back, Matoya. Why are you looking at my sword? My sword! It only costs 1 mana. I'm surprised they didn't go for this here. So because they surveilled, this is going to grow and they're going to draw a card. Not my cool sword. Because their deck is blue, by the way, I have to be mindful of like when I would be giving protection from blue. Right now I don't have any blue auras in hand, but I do have some in the deck. I have curiosity effects and a couple like protective effects. Ooh, Gossip's talent can make things unblockable and flickerable. All right, let's see how much damage I can build up here within all that glitters. Sentinel's eyes. A sword? Just like trying to build up that all that glitters. Maybe I should be leading the Shelter by Ghosts, but I have the Mother of Runes here. And Sheltered by Ghosts. I guess I'll hit Matoya. So this hits for 14 damage, which is good. You can't even see Matoya under this stack. And also this has lifelink, so I'm up to 35 life. Sheltered by Ghosts, not an okay card. An absolutely ridiculous card. Okay, so this is just gonna bounce everything. So we have to start again from 0. Aw, a creature is entered, so they get to surveil, so they get to draw. Good for them! Mother of Runes. Margot. Sheltered by Ghosts. I'll hit this, why not? And I'll just play that as a land. Maze Mind Tome lets them scry, so they can just draw by tapping it instead of having to pay 2 mana. So they tap, they keep whatever it is on top, put it in hand. And they take an extra turn. I could have attacked in there. I wouldn't have blocked. They do it again. Top-bound Phantasm is like, look at me. I'm Synergy in the Surveilosphere. Oh, I'm not that good. There's like a fairy from that set that surveils whenever it attacks in. And I remember that they were worried, or Demir Spybug, that's what it was. I feel like they put the same effect on a fairy later, and it felt so like, oh yeah, you keyworded it. Return a creature I control to its owner's hand. Mother of Runes. With the mana they have left, an unsummoned would still be able to put that back in my hand. I'm just gonna hope they don't have it. But first, I'm going to try to give it hexproof from monocolored, which would be most of their deck, because they are, you know, this. They could have colorless things. They could. But I don't think they do. Like colorless interaction. Okay, it's a 7/6. Good. That's lethal. I'm just gonna give it vigilance. All right, I'm swinging. We go. They could bounce one of these. Like, all that glitters is the one that's adding the most damage. She has special eyes. They're looking. Are we good? Excellent work. And Margot's on the case. The Gitrog Monster, putting things in the graveyard in order to draw some cards. I've got a Get Lost here. I have a Pearl Ear, but without auras, just with swords. But I have the best sword against them, even though it can't cause them to draw, because they could choose to discard a land. Sword of Feast and Famine, which would give me perfect protection against black and green. I would like another land, I'll take that. And they're probably going to be doing a lot of ramping, a lot of landfall here. I'm going to play Ishgard, the Holy Sea. And I may as well, like, try to get this out. I'm probably playing Pearlier long before I'm playing Margot. Just because I want to make sure that Margot is protected. So I want to have, like, 5 mana, enough for the equip cost and playing this. Here's Pearlier. I do have an aura now. 2 auras, actually. None of the swords in my deck give protection from blue or white to make sure they don't knock auras off in my deck. Okay, and they did tutor for a strip mine, which I think many of you know I have little respect for. But that's the way that many players play. And burgeoning, which will allow them to get more lands into play. Cool. I will tell the Gitrog Monster to get lost. If you're wondering, how did the Gitrog come out so fast? It was Dark Ritual. Some fast mana. Okay, would you like to put a land into play? Oh, you don't have one in hand? All right. Pearlier, I'm going to modify you. Putting an aura on you. Now, I would love to put the auras on Margot, but I think that, especially with my lands being hit, I'm just going to play with what I got. Get some resources, gain some life. Do my best to build it up. And maybe even draw some cards, because, like, I can Glyph Elemental that, too. Once I make this unblockable using Protection... Oh, Protection, that's the one. Then that's even better. Like, Margot's unblockability... It's cool, but Pearlier is bigger. I'm going to bestow, casting this as an aura, so I will draw a card. Playing a land. They can play a land too. I know you have that Yavimaya. Net Overgrown Tomb. I'll swing in. They can block. Now I'm going to bring out the Sword of Feast and Famine. Yeah, when I saw the legendary border on that, I thought it was Beseiju, and I was like, oh no, they'd be able to get rid of things. Now they have Devastation. Ooh, what does this find? Ice Till Explorer, allowing him to play additional lands per turn and recur Strip Mine. Well, sure, I guess I'll only have 2 lands this turn. Unless, of course, they play another thing which allows them to play additional lands, like Exploration, which, of course, they added it into this set. Okay. Thanks, I hate it. Putting that land in? Oh, Bajuka Bog. That's fine with me. I don't really do much graveyard stuff here. I'm just trying to make this nice and chunky. And since I'll be untapping, I want to have more lands to untap. If we swing in, they can't block. I draw off of combat research. They discard. They can discard a land. Guess what? They can play it again. Okay. And I will play Margot. And hopefully I can play my way through this game with just the 2 cards, just the 2 creatures I have in play. I know that's asking for a lot. Oof, Emrakul. So unfortunately, Emrakul being colorless means they could still slam Pearlier right into her. I'll gain some life. But all those auras will go away. And of course, they're not going to play a land for me. Why would they ever? Hey, you want to put another land into play? Stop it. Okay, I'll, Sword of Feast and Famine on Margot. She's got double strike, so they'll have to discard twice. I don't have a way to use the mana in between here. I wish I did. Strip mine a mistake? What? That's crazy. Just because it's true. Here's the Gitrog Monster. Going to give them some card draw. Now, I have 51 life because of all of that life gain. Thank you, Pearl Ear. You did wonderfully. Now, I'm protected from Edict effects. I do not need any lands to win here. Targeted removal that gives... That would be able to hit Margot. Not gonna work. Of course, yeah, there's the Exploration. I mentioned that card before. Abrupt Decay. Can't hit Margot. I'll go to kill your Ice Till Explorer. I think this is them just giving up. They could have hit the sword to buy them time. Yep. Because with 1/1/1 counter, it's pretty good. Oh no! They had a Toxic Deluge! And here I thought I was good. Well, at least they're not open strip mines anymore. Light Paws, help me! With your little puppy paw paws. Fifth Weaver Pawk is going to double the next land they play. That's going to get them landfall mana and also an Elf or Elemental. That can get them food, which can gain them life. Oh, and Grist can destroy Light Paws. Now, I was 1 mana short, because of all the land destruction, of being able to, you know, load this up. They have lethal next turn. Hey, where were you last turn? And all I have is an assortment of swords! And no woman to carry them. Here, have a sword of WAP. Look at that WAP. We got Munchin and Scrunching. And I can give him a bird. No, cast something. I want to flip you to bird. Ah, dang it. Good game, Gitrog Monster. Acererak, the Arc Lich, and I have a Gemstone Caverns in my opening hand. This is a mono-black combo deck, and normally I would mulligan to try and find some counter magic, but I have some removal that can hit some of the things that help them combo off, and I'll take that. I'll drop possibly this other land, maybe Sentinel's Eyes, since blocking isn't really something that matters that much against the Acererak. This is the kind of deck that's just looking to do its thing as quickly as it can. Oh, there goes my Get Lost or my Staggering Insight. I think it's going to be the Get Lost. We'll see. No, they went for the Insight. Okay. Luminarch Aspirant. Their deck is going to try to reduce Acererak to 0 mana and then cast it infinitely, never going into the Tome of Annihilation, but instead going through the Dungeon of the Mad Mage repeatedly. Sure. Come on. I guess I'm showing them more information there. Get a counter on ya. Swing in. Now, there's probably some board wipes in there too, because Acererak does not actually need to stick around. They've already made it cost 2. Mind Spike. Okay. I think you hit combat research based on your previous play pattern. Hi, Acererak. And I'll swing in. It's still a good amount of damage. And they enter the dungeon. And they do it again. By the way, I can kill it in the middle. It'll just make it cost 2 more one time. Not to say that's, you know, not a terrible thing to do. Okay, they're making so Margot can't attack next turn. So this time I'll put the counter on you. Probably should have gone for the Surveil, but I forgot. I was busy clicking. Yeah, wash away. Ooh, it could have also been really funny to, like, kill it that time and then wash away at the next one, so it only costs 1 mana. It doesn't matter. I have mana for either. Hey. You, gonna kill this? Gonna kill that? Okay, they're gonna Fatal Push Luminarch Aspirant. In response, I'm actually going to Get Lost my own Aspirant. This is a bit of a gamble, but with the 2 map tokens, I might be able to build up more damage. Okay, Strict Proctor. Hey, that stops Acererak. It stops a few things in my deck, too, but more importantly, it stops a lot of the various landfall decks we run into, which is good, because I don't want to deal with them. Here's a Strict Proctor, here's a land I swing in. Now when Acererak enters, he's a 5/5. He can also attack and make zombies. Not that anybody's ever attacked with an Acererak. Not once in their life. Val, Marooned Surveyor. This is a combo deck. Looking to tutor out Trelasara, gain a life, and then deal infinite damage. I have 1 counter spell, sort of 3 lands, and the ability to start loading up Margot, though I don't have anything before that. Hopefully I'll be able to use up those counter spells and then get this out. They do have usually some small pieces of removal in the deck. Think your lightning strikes or lightning bolts, your swords to plowshares, just cheap ways to protect their combo, stop you from winning, because their combo can happen extremely quickly. In fact, you can technically do it on turn 2 if you go like Val or Trelasara on turn 1 using a, a Chrome Mox, and then immediately just playing a Soul Sister into the other piece, and then they win. That's it. That's all they need. Hi. It's asking if you want to sacrifice a land. I mean, I would love it if you did, just like for no reason. I could wait for another land. I'll take that mana leak. Even though they can totally play thing this turn, I'll have that Swords to Plowshares to help me out. Prosperous Innkeeper. There's their Soul Sister effect. And it's still asking, hey, do you want to sacrifice a land or what? Yeah, this is going to stop me from interrupting our combo with spot removal, unless I had 2 pieces that I could use before the second part of the combo comes down. Yeah, this is also, like, in the colors that's so good at tutoring things out. Oh, hey, Trelasara. I'm gonna go for a Tail's End on that. You can even bring cards back from the graveyard in these colors. Is this getting reprieved? It is not. The Finale of Devastation and similar double green tutor cards can usually hit the graveyard. Sacrifice a land tonight, milady. I could go for Margot this turn. I'm not going to say it's safe, but I'm going to say I would really like to actually get to use my commander. So here she is. It's Wraith, Vicious Vigilante. And it's them, holding priority. How fun, how thrilling, how exciting. I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm actually not. I'm like kind of at the back of my seat. My posture's really bad right now. We have a buff? Tamiya's safekeeping. Okay, sure. You gonna play Val? Why aren't you playing Val? It's a protective spell. And we wait. They surveil, putting a land away into the graveyard. A Fauna Shaman. They can pay the mana for Mana Leak. But right now, like, they've already tutored for the pieces. I guess they could tutor for Rocco, but Rocco can't hit the graveyard. Going to try to get rid of their Sylvan Safekeeper. This is, by the way, in part to just stop them from holding priority. Are you going to sacrifice a land or what? I'm giving you the opportunity to stop. Okay. They're not interested. They're like, I must protect this. All right, cool. I'll surveil. Oh no, I already surveilled this game. I had Meticulous on turn 1, I forgot. That's fine. Hello? Thank you. Much obliged. Thank you for passing priority. So my card can resolve. A Verdant Catacombs. Sacrificing their land to get a different land. You think I should just start yeehawing? I mean, I could go for a yee and a haw and a yeehaw. I didn't even mention what Val does, because it's always that combo. Val is whenever you discover, investigate, scry, surveil, or seek, deals the damage, and you gain a life. Fauna Shaman's bopping me for 2. Damage up. Margot! Could I be holding my counterspell? Sure! Do I really want to do the thing with my commander? Yeah, also sure. I mean, I fell for their Tamio's Gambit before. It worked. It's not Yorgo, it's Margot. I assume that's how you say her name. Oh, look, Finale! Look, see, I should have held up counterspells. Wait, why X equals 3? Isn't X equals 2 Trailusara? I mean, you can get something that costs less. But now you don't have enough mana to also play... Like, you could have had the combo this turn. Okay. Am I missing something? Are they missing something? I don't know what's going on here. Staggering Insight. I'll attack for 4. I'll attack for 4. I will attack for 4. Me attack. Me attack for 4. Oh my god, stop! Cool, Cavern of Souls. Neato! Yep, alright. Go ahead. Step 1. Not that. Okay. A Strix Serenade. They could have discarded a creature if they had one in their hand and gotten like an Allosaurus Shepherd had they had it, but they didn't, so good for me. This will still see them gaining a life and get a little bigger. Nice bird. Dovin's Veto. You can play it again next turn. What else you got? Yeah, like a bunch of damage. Yeah, cards that hold priority non-stop can be very frustrating to play against if the person is like not actively getting ready to click through. It can also get tricky because if you click too many times to pass through, sometimes it will skip your steps randomly. It's tough. It's kind of a lose-lose thing. All right, let's draw even more cards. Remember, they could have had the combo had they done X equals 2 instead of X equals 3. Still do not know why they did that. I need to draw 4 cards. One of them will be useful, right? Okay, the land. Try again. That is also a land. We do it again. A sword? Unable to scream. Ah, cool. Okay. Sylvan Safekeeper. You know what? I should have targeted Sylvan Safekeeper just to get her to shut up. And the aura does not come down. I get sword, but I'm not actually equipping it until next turn. So I can hold up Mana Leak and Swan Song. War of the Last Alliance! Alright. I don't even know what you tutor for. I just don't want you to have it. I'm at that point. Because Swan Song can hit the Savine's Reclamation. I'll be able to gain a slightly more significant amount of life next turn. Oh, Stifle! If I stifle the first trigger off this, or the first trigger off that, I will also be able to interrupt their combo. Margot a go-go! Get in there! 8 damage, 8 life gained, and 4 cards drawn. Okay, Marsh Flats. Light Paws. Light Paws would have been cool before I played all the auras, but that's fine now. Okay. Arid Mesa. Pippin! Brother of Runes! Alright, I need 2 mana for those. So we can bring out Pippin. Pause. Pass the turn. Are you reclamating? They didn't copy it. Because I think you can, like, technically copy the same card twice on it. Yes, it's May. Choose a new target. Okay, cool. My number go up. Their number go down. We win. They did, like, goof up. But I'll take what I can get against a combo deck. Wrenn and Six, you already know what they do. 1 damage, which is all it takes to kill my commander. They can also recur Strip Mine from the graveyard and other lands. And with 4 entire power, they're pretty hard to deal with. I really think that Wrenn and Six should not be allowed as commander, for multiple reasons. But first things first, much more important than getting rid of Wrenn and Six, it's banning Strip Mine from the format. It would be really cool if they did that. A girl can dream. Ooh, a stomping ground. You ramping? No, they're slurping up graveyards. More land. I already have 3. I don't have card advantage currently. I'll let that go. And Eberhardt notably does not die to that, but I do also have these counter spells here. Neither does this. I like going for Eberhardt. I find that this is a really fun, like, pseudo-staxy kind of card. Or taxes, I should say. It discounts the cards I draw each turn and makes their cards cost more. Somebody's asking, if they get rid of Strip Mine, would Wrenn and Six be okay as commander in Brawl? I personally would not like to see it, and that is because it is a 2-mana planeswalker with a very high loyalty. Like, Oko is still banned in this format. He costs 3. Such crazy designs. Alright, so they didn't even play Wrenn and Six. They just Farsought. Farsook? They did that. Now, I can either go for more damage or I can go for some card draw. I'm going to go for card draw here. Combat Research. Going to throw that onto Eberhardt and swing in for 4 damage and 2 card draws. We draw. Okay, I Ganjo. We draw again. Yeah, it turns off 1 toughness creatures in just a horrible way. So I have no more lives wash away to protect and stop them from what they're doing. Ancient Tomb, they have 5 mana now. This is another card I'd like to see removed from the format. This, I would say, is a higher priority. Ancient Tomb is just one of those very lopsided cards. But you have to lose 2 life for it. Okay. Sure. Alright, so I paid 2 life to get some mana. Clifftop Lookout. Sure, he's a little frog. He gets lands. He's cute. Look at him. No! More lies. Mr. Frogums. Well, he can block you, prevent me from drawing cards. I'm probably not exiling him. Margot's a go-go. Hi. Could have played that discount Stoneforge Mystic, too. And gotten, I don't know, a sword. I do have protection from red and green in this deck. That is one of the sword options I have. Not hitting the creature that's in your graveyard? Alright, sure. Because doesn't that get creatures back? Ooh, who's getting haste? Give Wrenn and Six haste. Oh, it's Atali. Okay, so let's see what Atali hits. Well, first of all, my face for 7 damage. They got sort of this little thing. And from them, they got a Chocobo. Aww. I think I'll counter to the Chocobo. Yeah, you can have the sword. It's a cool sword. You want to put the Chocobo in the vacuum? It's a normal thing to say. What a good bird. What a bird that has caused so many troubles. Oh, they didn't even attack in after all of that. Lame. Okay, Luminarch Aspirant. Sheltered by ghosts. Hey, Atali. I'm putting you in lizard jail. If they kill Margot, they will be able to get it back. And I bet they have some damage-based wipes, but for now, I want to hit them in the face, gain some life, blah, 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 do the stuff. Yeah, you know, all of that. I draw. Okay, sink into stupor. I draw. We're down to 4 life. Why do you keep exiling random spells from my graveyard? Oh, they probably think I have, like, Snapcaster in this deck. No, he's not good at holding a sword. You should activate Ancient Tomb. Oh, man. 3 damage to everything? Exactly what I didn't want to see. But at least they did activate Ancient Tomb, and they're at 1. Here comes the dinosaur. They open the door, they get on the floor, and they get 1 card that does nothing, and 1 card that's quite nice. Nissa, Bombardiers, Burgeoning, Shifting Woodland. Oh, yeah. You can throw down, that, Burgeoning. You want a Gamba? If I can get them for 1 turn without a blocker, the trouble is that Atali kills me in 1 hit. And specifically, 1 hit that is enough to, like, trample over my commander. I do have a way to kill them. Right now, I can kill them. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. It costs 4 mana for me to do the thing that would kill them. It is playing Stoneforge Mystic, getting an equipment that gives haste, equipping it to her, and hitting. But then I would need at least 3 more mana to do that or to block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they'd be able to transform it. Oh no, they can't transform it next turn because of the because of that. Maybe I am okay to chill. Scraps, you want to come up, honey? You want to come up? This is Scraps. She's a very good girl. Perhaps the best girl. Yeah, and also Ancient Tomb and stuff. Strip mine! Would you not? This is my cat. She's very good. I wonder if they'll just -1 the Chandra. They'll do that. Okay. I love that my cat's just like, yeah, Amy's recording a video. You know, I was eating strawberries before. Scratch, would you like a strawberry stem? Would you? Would you want to rub your face on it? Okay, that's cute. You want to eat the strawberry stem? Okay, yep, you want to rub your face on it. You want to eat it? Good girl. Hi, Wrenn and Six. Are you going to deal 1 damage to Margot? Okay, they +2. Please attack with Atali. Don't play any other creatures. No, I'm asking for a lot here. Okay, they're going for 10. Great news, everyone. I think I'm good. Yeah, I take 1. I don't care. Stoneforge Mystic. Get yourself a nice pair of boots. Like a real nice pair of boots. Oh, yeah. Yeah, now you see what's going on. Of course, we got equipment in this deck. It ain't all auras here. We got the boots with the spurs. With the spurs. And everybody's looking at her. They're the kind of boots to kill for. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And they don't even let me swing in. They deal 2 to themselves with Ancient Tomb. GG. Ah, we're matched up against another content creator, Motivo, who is playing Gobin and Flem. We got a little bit of counter magic in this hand. A nice sword to protect myself against Grixis removal. And they are going to be probably storming off. Yeah, he's built Flem, but I don't know what kind of Flem is it. Is it a Flem Storm, where they're just going to discard and play their entire deck? Or is it some other fancy kind of Flem that's just doing another bit of a small discard synergy? My cat just left. Aww. I miss her already. She should come back. Yeah, you can also just play Gobin and then flip him over after conniving a little. A little bit of connivery. Or just having spells you can cast from your graveyard because they get discounted. I think my favorite thing in Flem to cast are these 2-mana rocks because you get them for free if you discard them. Prof's Eidetic Memory! Yeah, I'm actually gonna Tails End that. I feel like that's a win con for them. Because you can like cantrip and cantrip and cantrip and cantrip and cantrip. Yeah. Hi, Gobin. Go. 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 Go, Ben. Sword of Wealth and Power. Boop, 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 boop. Flem is beginning his reign of terror. Well, right now it's just Gobin. We'll see what they discard, what they draw, if they're holding up mana. I got a sword! Sword's good. Aw, it's the little spider riding the bird on that combat trick. He does a cool flip. They connive. And he puts... What does he put in the graveyard? What does the yellow mask icon represent? Which yellow mask icon? Is it the one that's on Commanders? Or the, maybe the Mayhem one? There's a Mayhem face. Next to the Unblockable. Yeah, I think that's the Mayhem one. I'm going to exile Sentinel's Eyes. I specialize. They see nothing! Yeah, I know, you get to draw. I have an Arden in the grave. A little spooky. I'll try to equip. And in response to the equip, Margot is rifted back into my hand. Dang it. They didn't have my brand. My specialize. And now they can swing in even more, and they can even discard on demand. Ghostly Pilferer and like Psychic Frog are 2 powerhouse cards, especially Psychic Frog. This one is especially nasty though in just that it draws you a card when people cast their commander. Okay, so Flem is now living the dream. Remember, they can discard on command, so if they have something in their hand they want to cast for 2 less, they can just by putting it in the trash. Okay, good news, question mark, I guess, is that they didn't put anything in the trash. I do this again. Does Margot get her sword? Yeah! Women love swords! Chat loves Flem. It's our boy. I still haven't gotten my Flem cosmetics. They were supposed to come out like 4 days ago, I think. But they said that by Monday, which is the 6th, we'll all be getting our cosmetics. I didn't play in Pick 2 draft for nothing. Please? Please may I have it? I like that 2 unblockables just kind of pass by each other, like, yeah, man, how are you doing? Yeah, I'm doing all right. This is also unblockable on the front. Snapcaster can recast Cyclonic Rift and bounce the sword. It does cost 5 for me to play and re-equip it. And it's Captain Owler! Every card they discard will result in more card draw. You're not unblockable yet. I think they meant to discard first. Oh, sorry, he meant to. Yep. Listen, we all do it. But now, allow me to reiterate that women love swords. Yeah! Treasures! I'm going to play Brother of Runes and pass the turn. How was Pick 2 Draft? I think Pick 2 Draft on its own is actually not that bad, but Pick 2 Spider-Man is bad. I think Spider-Man is just not that good of a format. Like, for any limited, I would recommend playing it as sealed. Okay, an ill-timed explosion. I will put that back on top of their deck. Chicks dig giant robots. I kind of feel like I should block. No, because that'll give me free blocks next turn. I just have to survive! Oh, right, I can't deal with Flem. And I don't have any card advantage here, do I? Nope! I have a bunch of treasures. I needed to block there because I have no way of blocking Flem. Good game! I may be able to protect on the ground, but I can't do anything in the air. Wait, hold up, explosions? This doesn't deal damage to this. I just didn't want them getting the card advantage. So they give 2 more power to Flem. Sorry, 4 more power. They discard 2. The little guys all die. I guess you could have given more protection, but it really doesn't matter, because Flem is lethal in the air. GG. Tezzeret, Master of the Bridge. I played against a Tezzeret before, too. It was a kind of awkward build, though, where they, like, never really hit their stride. So we'll see if this one does a bit better. Yeah, I felt bad. It was like, oh... yeah, you played Tezzeret. I beat you with Margot. It happened. So this is Tezzeret with the Claw. Going to be ramping up and trying to build up a ton of artifacts. Also while doing some Dimir control things, because they can protect themselves pretty well in these colors, removing my threats and building up an army of artifacts to cut me down. I am absolutely going to mana drain that. I wish I had another white source, but I don't, so I'll just use this as my turn to play a bunch of stuff. Actually, I'm just gonna play that out instead of Thran Power Suit. Geist of Saint Traft. This is very good at holding equipment. It's kind of an alternate to my commander. I would say that if you were to like make a 1-for-1 swap for the commander, this is another one, but I believe it matches very, very highly in ranked, so it's a little riskier. So they are not able to target this. It has hexproof, but they could still use an edict effect to get around it. I'm luckily enough to have a wash away in hand, so if they go for Tezzeret this turn, I will counter it and not have to take damage. Did I have any artifact lands? They don't right now, no. Board wipes also work against this. Yeah, I'm having people in chat who do regularly play Hellq decks confirm that, yeah, Geist of Saint Traft sure is in Hellq. Ooh, Aetherflux Reservoir. Somebody wants to storm. Here's a Sky Scanner. They had to pay 3 for it. It's a lot better if you can get it out for, like, free off Tezzeret. But it's still good, and that's a problem, too. So let's get the... sword up. And swing in. I think they'll chump block, but I don't know for sure. Yep, chump blocking to prevent me from getting the cards in exile. I could play Margot here. I think it's important to keep holding up the wash away, so instead I'll play the Thran Power Suit, which scales up based on the number of auras and equipments on a card. It's good if you're Voltroning. It's like the Voltron pants. Well, in Arena at least. We also have like the germ stick. Yeah, that's what it's called. Oh, worm! Well, that's just being cast. It's also going to be put into exile. I'll swing in for 8, plus a 4/4 Angel. Nettle Cyst, yeah! That. In order to hold up the full cost wash away, sorry, Cliff Elemental, you're just gonna be gone. I think protecting the Geist of St. Traft is the thing I need to do here. And we know they're gonna have things that are not red or green, because they are a blue and black deck. Okay, Tezzeret. Wash away. I'm not that scared of 1 or 2 mana against this, because it has Ward 2 times 2. GG, Tezzy. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. Margot's pretty good. And this is one of those cards where it's like, it's a tempo deck, it's doing something interesting, but it does have the fatal flaw of 1v1, which is it is very, very vulnerable to removal, even with the tons and tons of cards in this deck to help prevent the cards from being removed. You can do the thing, but it takes a lot of work. And at 3 mana, even if you're playing some fast mana, it can be a little too slow. That's not to say it's not worth playing. I had a lot of fun playing this deck, and even though it's like an Azorius kind of tempo-y deck, I had fun. It definitely matches a lot lower than Geist of St. Traft. It doesn't have that hexproof, but being unblockable means that instead of like then giving unblockable, you can focus on more interesting equipment, more interesting auras and things that trigger on hit. I thought it was fun. If you're looking for my deck list, you can find it in the description of the video. And if you would like to suggest a commander from Spider-Man, please let me know in the comments. I've been doing a couple different Spider-Man brews interspersed with other deck requests. So if you are somebody who had submitted a deck request through the subathon or through the membership program, don't worry, I am getting to it. I just have had a ton of travel in the last 2 weeks, so I'm going as fast as I can. I'll actually be gone for a couple days in the next week. This video will probably come out one of those days that I'm gone. So I appreciate your patience. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a brawlful day.